Hitler, Trump, Frenches, Nazis, rise of the Fourth Reich, that's all going to go away. Because America protects America for free. It's about our freedom.
There you go. Can I take a picture?
It's all about our freedom. Franco forgot that. Franco waved the flag thinking it's all about the ego. But it's about our quality, justice, equality, human rights.
Get out.
I'm so proud to protect. America means protecting the meek and the weak from being exploited, enslaved, victimized, fully their time. It's a joy to do so.
AOC, is it okay if I get like a question or two? Question two, what's the next steps? What are you guys going to do to pressure your colleagues? How are you going to pressure your colleagues? Why are you guys doing this last minute? Why weren't you guys doing this for months?
The necessary law to wake up your true American spirit and stop putting up with this guy, this crap, this complete evil
Wow.
crap. Politics is not needed. Zero politics, zero politics is needed if you simply tell each other the whole truth. You don't have to raise money for politicians to get elected. You just vote on a day.
That's it. So you just show up for a photo op and that's it. You're not actually going to fight in Congress. No, what is she going to do? You want to talk about it here? We can discuss right here very civilly.
Who you with?
I'm completely independent.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want to, are you representing her or something? Alright, so security's right there, so if I start yelling like a maniac, they're gonna come at me, and then that'll ruin whatever later future interviews I have here today, tonight. I'm looking for Nick Brana now.
By far the worst Nazis on the planet are the fascist capitalists.
He went over here to talk on the phone, but
Oh my God.
there's a bigger fish there with AOC.
Hundreds of years of proof.
And that's who I
And they'll never
approached
get tired
first.
of it. They will depopulate you all white. They have no conscience, zero conscience. All slaves, nobody knows but the devil is trying to steal people. They have to stop reaching across to the devil. That's who steals the things you're doing anything.
Oh, there he is.
All
Found
we
him.
gotta do is put it on the MXF, put it right in their face, in a way that with so many places they can't shut it up. The narrative. We don't get over the narrative.
Oh, okay, good. Hey man, how's it going?
AOC ran away from me.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. If you have a minute, I can.
See,
like,
Max
ask you
was here
something.
earlier?
I saw he was live streaming here, but he I guess he left. I didn't get to see him.
He did.
Okay.
Yeah, he was live streaming about, hey, can I call you right back?
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had a
This is
minute?
great, though. I was here last night. There were only about 30 of us.
Okay. Yeah, I saw you like sleeping like in the steps.
That was me that
Yeah.
Max tweeted about getting into a debate with the 3 squad members.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you got a minute or like a minute or two to talk?
Tomorrow. You
Tomorrow?
gonna be here tomorrow?
Nah.
No?
Well, it's technically tomorrow right now.
Technically
But yeah,
tomorrow?
how do you think that we should be thanking the squad like when they show up here? Like it's obviously like a photo op. Like clearly, AOC came here, and she's
Here,
just
let's-
taking a
if
bunch
you-
of like.
If you want to film, let's go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want to do something?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, clearly she was here just for a photo op. Like there's like a line of people taking pictures, and then she leaves. Doesn't want to take any questions. So it's like, what are the next steps now? Like you're out here. Clearly, it's last minute. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Well,
Well, first of all, should she be thanked for being here?
it depends on what comes next.
Okay.
If this is a show, like I'm here for a day, a night, I'm going to say this, I'm going to get some activist cred, then no. But that's why when I was in the crowd over there, I shouted at them at the end of their speeches, how long are we going to be here? How long are we going to be here? And they said, as long as it takes. If they stick to that, if they say, and they set the bar, they did it themselves just now, so now they're committed, and we got to hold them to it as activists. So if they stick to that the bar is, we are going to camp out here and grow and grow and grow this crowd, this occupation of the Capitol, which is radical, until we get the moratorium extended and Congress reconvenes, then that will be radical. And that will be huge, because that will be like a resurgence of the Occupy movement, except targeting Congress. And for this to happen after January 6th, for the left to occupy Congress, it's very, very impactful.
Yeah.
And just a few days ago, just a few days before this, you probably saw this, we did an action at AOC's office.
I heard about that, yeah.
With Susan Sarandon, Paula Jean Swearengin, some of the organizers of the March for Medicare for All, Sharif Snuggs, Savage Joy, and we demanded that AOC push for Medicare for All in every legislative way that they can, that they force Biden to implement Section 1881 and extend Medicare to everyone with executive action. And the third demand was that they use their celebrity and their huge social media followings and their ability to get press to lead and bring together rallies and actions at the Capitol and at the White House. That was just 6 days ago. 6 days ago, and now here they are. So that kind of direct action and that kind of pressure on them works.
So clearly, the Democrats aren't really doing shit other than grandstanding. The Republicans are obviously not doing anything. So there should be, a big movement towards a third party, right? A bunch of people should be, that's where the popularity should be at. And we should also be taking advantage of how we should take direct action. So right now, like, people are angry. Clearly, people are angry. So why isn't Movement for a People's Party doing everything they can to turn this country upside down right now? Like,
that's what we're doing.
So where's all the general strikes that you guys said was going to happen? How can we get to those levels of chaos?
With things like this. It begins with an occupation of Congress. If this can grow and grow and grow, tomorrow, I've been a part of a number of these. Last night there were 30 people here. I was sleeping here, got into a debate with 3 of the squad members, half the squad, about an independent party, about why they didn't force the vote, about why they didn't push for a $15 minimum wage, why they aren't using their leverage, and that got some news, and they trolled me earlier today with a tweet. Ilhan Omar tweeted about it with me sleeping in the background. But I came here because this has the potential to become a really radical action that builds up to the kind of
but that was you, but what about like the entire organization as a whole? Like, why can't we see more of that across the country?
Well, that's what this is the chance to be. So tomorrow we're going to call our members from across the area to come and join us. Anyone who's nearby. Let's convene here.
So you're hoping to lead by example then after this. Like you want more people to be doing like what you did. And
pushing them into it in the first place as a third party, going to her office, calling her to do it, shows that works, and then bringing as many people here as possible. And then we have to hold them to staying here as long as possible. Because they're going to start getting the calls from Democratic leadership. They're going to start getting the calls from Capitol Police. They're going to start getting the calls from the White House. We'll give you this. We'll give you this. We'll give you this. Leave. Disband. Call them away. And it's up to us as radical activists to be here and to say, you just drew the line. We're here until the eviction moratorium is lifted and until Congress gets reconvened. And we're not stepping back from that. And we don't give a fuck what you do. We're staying here until that happens.
I like that Jimmy Dore energy you just threw in there. We need more of that. It's nuclear.
That's right.
So I'm sure you saw like some of my videos that I did, some critiques that I had about Movement for a People's Party. And then I reached out to you to make things fair, to bring you on the show and ask you like why are people like Renee Johnson and Joe Charest and all these people who I brought on my show, as well as some people who were organizing in Washington, and some of the other people from Oregon. There's one organizer who passed away, unfortunately, who I had on my show. So I was trying to make it fair. So I reached out to you. I reached out to Annalise. How come you didn't want to come on?
They're good people, man, but you know, a lot of the claims that they've been making are just not true. There's a lot of false claims there, and a lot of it we responded to from the onset with the statements that we made.
Okay.
And so the statements that we made and the interviews, and Elise gave an interview, I gave an interview, and so I feel like we put the information out there. So you know, anybody who wants to,
it's kind of old news too, but you could have, but we could have broken it down together. I mean, it could have been simple. Like if it's false accusations that they were making about the party, I mean, it's easily debunkable, right? So how come you didn't want to come on?
It is in the statements, but you know, when people don't refer to the statements and don't do the minimum, you know, to kind of like give an alternative voice, you know, then
but how come you didn't want to come on like Franc Analysis or Vanguard? You know, some of the people who had those people on, like if they're obvious like infiltrators like you guys were claiming, you know, it would have been simple to debunk the claims that they were making. So I still don't understand why you didn't want to come on. Like, I'm not a mean guy. Like I would have made things fair. So it should be easily debunkable if their claims are false. So I don't understand why.
And
you know,
we did
you just,
that in the statements. We did that.
But how come you couldn't break it down on the show to my audience so that they can be informed and be like, all right, so you know, I trust this guy because he's breaking it down here on the show, you know, step by step how these accusations are false that these people are making.
I hear you, but our own membership is here to build a party. They're here to do things like this. They're here to get health care. They're here to get a $15 minimum wage. And our own membership was telling us you're spending too much time.
Right? Yeah, but we could expand more if we hear from you.
But you're not listening to me now. I said our own membership was telling us you're spending too much time on this. We want to move on. We want to get on
what the claims that like Renee and Joe and like the petitioners were making.
Exactly.
I mean, if it's easily debunkable, I mean, you could.
It's so easily debunkable.
Then why didn't you want to come on the show?
That it's in the statement.
But how come you didn't want to come on the show to break them down? Instead, I had to have Jackson Hinkle on the show but you know he can't do as good of a job because he's not like an organizer like yourself. Like he's brand new to moving for a People's Party, but
he did great. He did great, and Elise did great. It's all out there. So, you know, if we want to talk about this, if we want to talk about what's coming, but
I mean, we want to have trust in your party, so that's why I'm asking this.
Well, I mean, you got to decide that for yourself now.
All right. So. All right, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, if we feel like you're strong enough, you know, well, it's an easy decision. If we think that you're strong, you know, we'll have trust and get behind you guys. And if we don't, because you know you're too afraid to get on and you know defend these statements that people are making. Now. All right, I don't have all the stuff in front of me because it was so long ago. But we can arrange a meeting, and you can.
I've said what I have to say about it.
We haven't broken down all the claims that they made. If it's so easy to debunk them, you can come on the show.
Just take a look at the statements. So,
I mean, we broke it down with some of the petitioners. If it's easily debunkable, you can easily debunk it, right? When you come on.
Yeah, which we've already done.
You haven't come on my show or the Vanguard.
I offered to go on their show.
And then what happened after that?
I'm waiting for them.
All right, so I'll ask them. They'll probably watch this clip, and then they'll
be glad they'll
say whether they responded, who left who on red. All right, sounds good.
All right, fantastic.
That's it for now, man.
All right,
That's it for now. But
well, I hope you're here, and I hope that this is yours and the Vanguard's focus. You know.
This, in addition to a whole bunch of other issues, foreign policy. On my channel, we're talking about whistleblowers like Daniel Hale, Julian Assange. Because without a free press, how can we spread information like this? They'll take channels down like this. They'll even take down a channel like Movement for a People's Party. Like you guys have your own YouTube channel. They could take that down too. They see you guys as a threat.
Easily.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'm glad you're out here.
Yeah, man. All right, that's it. That's pretty much it, man.
Cool.
Stay dry.
All right.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah, take care, man.